I like to say that mindfulness meditation is designed to solve the person. And by that I mean pointing to really to its traditional role in spirituality and in Buddhism in particular, where ultimately you're trying to overcome the ego, the small self, and have a real spiritual awakening. And so in that sense, meditation tries to solve everything in a certain way because it is changing your fundamental view. And it's getting to the, as the Buddha taught, to the very root of suffering. And that's obviously a very good thing. But then there are all the day-to-day issues. And we have to remember that meditation, the Buddhist teaching, began in the context of monastic communities, of real renunciates, people who had given up the world, given up family life, given up any kind of materialism, and just devoted themselves, as monks and nuns do, to spiritual practice. Most of us these days, even if we're Buddhists, are not living in that kind of monastic lifestyle. So we have families and we have jobs, and we have the challenges of our very chaotic world around us. And so we need to have a way of contemplating those, not by just setting them aside, but by really sensing into them in a deeper way. What is this really about, and what is this really about for me? In meditation practice, there can be a problem of what's called spiritual bypassing. And that's the danger, that as we become better and better at just doing mindfulness, and just noticing and letting go, that we start kind of repressing or rejecting a lot of the richness of our emotional lives, much of which can be quite painful. But if we're not able to somehow work with those and get insight into those, they're just going to remain as kind of stuck habitual patterns. And so the focusing is specifically to work with the issues in your individual life, my individual life. Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche, my teacher, described mindfulness meditation as making friends with yourself. And I love that definition. Focusing is a continuation and a deepening of that practice by starting to make friends with aspects of yourself that are more hidden, that are blind spots. And as we do that, we can kind of change at a fairly deep level, at a body level, and allow our lives to open and move forward in more creative and more satisfying and larger ways.